Alright, what's up everybody? So today, we are going to be talking about game chat lobbies. If you go in a game chat lobby these days, it's pretty much a ghost town with the exception of maybe one or two people scattered here and there. So that begs the question, game chat lobbies, were they good or bad for gaming? Are they good or bad for gaming? So that's what we're going to be talking about this week on Unpopular Opinion. Okay, so my unpopular opinion on this is that game chat lobbies were good and are still good for gaming. I have my boy Sparrow here with me today. We're going to be doing a little bit of a back and forth because he has an opposing opinion, so it's going to lead to a good discussion on this whole topic here. So now I have somebody else to kind of bounce off of. So I'm going to start off with you. Well, how do you feel about the game chat lobbies?
Well, I will say I miss them in a lot of cases. There's definitely some instances where I miss them. I mean, there were some golden memories, some good laughing moments. Gears of War was my first foray into online gaming, really, on the 360. And the community that I built within the Gears community was amazing. I even remember on the Xbox One, I had a really good community, all friends that I met through game chat. And I actually started some real lifelong friendships with these people that I actually met in real life. One of my friends from Georgia, he brought his family down here to Disney. I'm like, Orlando's not far. So we got the families together, we had a Carrabba's dinner, and I've maintained that friendship to this day, which wouldn't even be possible without game lobbies. So while I can definitely recognize that there are some benefits to it, and just some good old-fashioned trash talk, the negative side is, I don't think I've ever heard the amount of racial epithets and slurs thrown out through game chat. I mean, honestly, like, there must be something so liberating for these closeted racists to come out and just throw everything they got. And that level of toxicity is just kind of damaging to the gaming experience. It pulls away from the fun in some ways. So, like, while I can recognize some great fun,
man,
it gets ugly. And I'm not a social justice warrior.
Somebody get this man a safe space, please. So here's my opinion on that, just to counterpoint. Yes, I'm going to start off with the whole, it builds community, and online gaming would not have become what it was if there was no way to communicate. And now, game chat lobbies, my first experience, just like you, mine was Gears of War, the very first game I owned and played online ever in life. And let me tell you something, when I first went into a Gears of War chat lobby and heard what was coming out of these people's mouths, I thought it was fantastic. Oh yeah. I was like, oh, this is great. And here's the thing about the game chat lobby.
Don't forget though, we were like 16, like 17 at that time.
Yo, but even as a grown man, like, I would enjoy that. Okay, trash talk, right? Let's talk about the trash talk element. Now, trash talk is important in gaming. Oh yeah. So there's nothing more satisfying than going into a Gears chat lobby or being in one of the chat lobbies, and then the first thing you hear is "Sup punk ass bitches," and then like there's all kinds of chaos that erupts. Everybody's talking shit. Oh, let's meet up here. Let's have a shotgun battle. Oh, you're not gonna 1v1 me. All of that is important to gaming. And then, you know what? Guess what? You get a good match out of it. You win. You hold an L. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. You still stood up for yourself.
Yeah. So, you know, even the best part though is it didn't matter if you called that person out and he wrecked you every encounter. You were still popping off.
Yeah, you still go back in the chat and you'd be like, and you come with something. Oh, you scrub. Oh, you using the wall. Oh, you bounce off the wall. You scrub. All of that.
Or host advantage.
Yeah, all of that, people, is part of the gamer experience. And
if all else fails, you default to talking trash about their mother.
Yeah. Now, like, most of the people that I play with online, I met through in-game chat.
Oh yeah.
And
my whole friend list is that.
And now I feel like you can't really do that. It's now what's happening is more so along the lines of somebody will send me like a message after a match and be like, yo, good game, you want to run some? And then it's just not the same.
No.
Because I didn't build that camaraderie with you because you were silent. You had your mic off or you were in party chat. And let's talk about...
Well, we have to acknowledge that party chat killed game chat.
Yes.
And you know who, and we have to fact check this, is really not that important, but you know who was such, I want to say, and they'll rip us up in the comments later on, but I want to say there was a game, and I think it was Halo, where they disabled party chat. And I thought that was like the best godsend ever. They literally disabled party chat. And I'm like, finally they're forcing people's hand back into that game chat. I mean, party chat annihilated game chat.
But the thing was, when party chat was
and then you had cheating going on.
Yeah, when party chat was first implemented, people would cheat. They would use ghost cam and tell their teammates where people were hiding and stuff. So, like, party chat was just this fucking safe space that they made for everybody that was afraid to get online.
You already had the mute button.
And yes, you could already mute people. So instead of doing that, they created party chat. And now when you go and play these online games, everybody's in their own little party with their friends. Nobody's really interacting beyond just, you know, it's kind of like it removes me from the experience.
Now, I will recognize there are some benefits to party chat. Like, I love getting in party chat. Like when I used to be back in the Destiny days exclusively with my raid team. I mean, even if you had friends and you wanted to make international phone calls, there's definitely some value to party chat. But you're right, it hampered that community. Xbox willingly, the best part of the Xbox Live service was that, and Xbox in general, is it came with a mic. You remember that?
Yep.
And the PS3 didn't come with a mic. It was a crappy $20, $30 mic that broke all the time. You kept buying it until you ponied up and bought your first Turtle Beach.
The Xbox One headset is still trash. I had duct tape together.
But that's the thing. Like, and everyone knew that the PS3 didn't come with a mic. So no one talked on Sony's console. Nobody talked. And everyone talked. And the best thing about the Xbox service was the community. And you're right. They killed it themselves.
Yeah. And now we can talk about, you know, things that people are afraid of, the language. And, you know, you mentioned something about closet racists. Let me just say this, man. Deep down in my heart, I feel like the majority of the people going around saying, oh, fuck you, like, and all that stuff. Let me just say this. Number one, I always found it absolutely hilarious. Even if they were talking to me, I always found it absolutely hilarious. You know why? Because I didn't take it serious. It was just people trying to insult me. And I don't think that these I'm gonna call them kids, because let's be real, most of them were kids or teenagers, and you know, it's just, you're behind a mic, you have the freedom to say whatever you want without fear. You can use the word. It's just like whatever. You're not. I don't really see you as a racist. You're just a kid trying to talk shit behind a mic because either you're getting bodied or you're bodying me, and you're trying to add insult to injury. So it was just all a big party for me, you know?
And to that point, without getting too far down that rabbit hole, number one, I'm a firm believer in if your kids are playing mature games, like, you're probably failing as a parent. Not if that's what you allow in your house, fine. But I'm not saying that because you let your kids play mature games, like, you're failing necessarily. But like, if you're getting upset with the things that your kids see and hear over the mic, you as a parent need to be policing them. Yeah. Like, you're letting them play a rated M game. The average gamer is 28 to 30 now. So like, you're allowing that. So the whole protecting and shielding your child, like, it's not like our responsibility to be the parent for you. Like, you as a parent need to control and be aware of the media, you know, media and that they take in. So I'm not coming from that perspective, but you know, it's just that level of toxicity. Like, there is definitely a threshold, I think, between that whole trash talk where it's funny and then that crossing that line. And we've all heard the crossing the line. It's like, man, I hope the FBI's not listening to this because that guy said he's gonna bomb me or something like that. Or you always wonder about those internet gangsters that they're like, give me your address, and then the guy just spits off an address immediately.
Yeah.
I always wondered if that address was real, or if there was like one house over.
Man,
like, they're like 2061. Like,
let me just talk about that. You said a word that. So I told some people that I was gonna be doing this video, and that word you used, toxic, is a word that I've seen a couple people use to describe a game chat lobby. And for some reason it's so strange. Like the majority of people hate game chat lobbies. It's so strange to me. It's like this was what made online gaming what it is.
Let me ask you this, because I think we have to delve a little bit further. Is it, when you say people hate game chat lobbies, is it our generation, the people that grew up that are in their 20s and 30s, or is it the new gamers? Who is it that you're saying hates this?
I see a mixture of people, man. They find it to be too toxic, and it's kind of one of those things where it's like, is it just a sign of the times changing? Am I just like, I'm not, a social justice warrior by any means. I am a fan of say whatever the hell you want. If we're gaming, everybody's having fun, just vibe, let it go. Trash talk is a part of any kind of sport, and online gaming is a sport. Even if you're not doing it professionally, it's a sport. If you played anything in your life, basketball, football, soccer, there's always going to be trash talk. So why wouldn't you expect that element in online gaming, which is competitive? It's meant to be competitive. Everybody wants this safe space where, oh, you can't say that to me. Oh, you're hurting my feelings. And that, actually, yes, people are getting their feelings hurt on these online games, and it's mind-blowing. It's like, if it's that serious, maybe you need to take a step back, think about what you're actually doing, what's happening right now, or just turn the fucking game off.
But don't you think, though, like, now I kind of feel like you might be contradicting yourself a little. Don't you think, though, that Microsoft, with Party Chat and the mute button, obviously, has provided them that space to step back? So, I mean, are you saying options are bad? Or because, like, I don't necessarily, maybe everyone doesn't want to be forced into the game chat, and I need the option to step back, but while still have an option for community. So maybe Microsoft is just providing that safe place, and I know we use the term jokingly, but like, they're giving us options.
But what I'm saying is these people aren't even taking a step back because they're not even taking a step forward. They're immediately in Party Chat, and I feel that it devalues the online experience. Not to like a completely damaging degree, but a little bit, part of my soul hurts because I miss those days when I can go in, meet random people, team up, we're all talking, and rather than, sometimes I go into a match, I'm playing, it doesn't matter what game I'm playing, I'm like, hey, like, does anybody see the enemy? Like, do you see what's going on? And it's like complete silence.
I don't want to even hop on with any of my friends unless they're on mic, at all.
And then occasionally you hear somebody chip in through their mic and go, yeah, they're over by grenades, and then turn their mic back off. And it's like damn, like, you're removing the whole element here. I think important.
I think you and I are coming from a place where our first introduction to online gaming had Party Chat ingrained into the fabric of what it was. So it's like, that is our experience, like, through and through. It's the fabric and the DNA of our experience, and it's been stripped away from us. But I really think that the people that are upset with it, I don't know if they're coming from our place. Like, having grown up with it, building those relationships, building that sense of community, like making real friends and, digital friends that you've been playing Gears with the same group of people for how many years now?
Almost a decade. And they all live in Texas. I met them when I was in college. I met them in one match. We all clicked. I was like, yo, like, y'all cool as hell. We link up.
Let's let it ride.
Now we've been friends for 10 years, Facebook friends, everything. And it's just, like, I value that so much, man. Like, you can't really put a price on that. Like, that's an invaluable experience that I feel like a lot of people just aren't gonna have these days.
Well, let's go back to some of that toxicity, that toxic nature. Do you feel, though, like, you and I are cut from different fabric? I mean, when it comes to this, like, we're thick-skinned, we don't get offended. You and I are some of the last rational people on the planet, where you can feel different than me, and I can feel different from you, and I'm never going to get upset with your opinion because it's your opinion. Like, you're one of the few people I know that you and someone else can have polar opposite opinions, strong beliefs in what you feel, and we're never going to get mad at the other. Like, that's just how it is with us. But is that how society is nowadays?
No.
So we're thick-skinned, but let's flip it over to another perspective. Like, people feel it's toxic. Let's break that down. Why is it toxic? It's the racism. It's that hate. It's it empowers these people behind a keyboard. Now, are they authentic racists? Like, maybe not, but they sling around these words that carry so much meaning to it. And like I said, you said that you found it amusing because you're like, this is funny. Me, I don't necessarily get offended by it, but it's just in general, the fact that they're using these words and they're hiding behind this keyboard, it makes you wonder, like, do you use these words in your personal life? Like, are they part of your vocabulary? And I hate to bring this up, let's bring up PewDiePie. The guy dropped the N-word, hard ER, on a PUBG stream, right? He was getting bodied, dropped it. And like, then kept moving on like it was nothing. I'm like, that's part of your vocabulary. That is you don't just drop it. You just don't drop these things randomly. So it's like, is it, like, are we gonna excuse that and just be like, it's fun and games, or what?
Wow. Real quick, I don't know what's going on. I think you might be having like kind of like power surge or something.
The game chat gods are talking about us.
Right? Yeah, Microsoft told me, shut the fuck up. Shut up, bitch. But
they just hit the mute button on us. We don't even know what audio's coming through.
To be honest, here's what I'm gonna say about the language. Nobody can control what anybody is going to say.
Yeah.
And just because it's on a video game, bro, I know people probably talking all kinds of shit, saying all kinds of stuff, but you know, obviously they do it in the privacy of their home, and then now that you're on an online stream doing it, it's not so private anymore. But at the end of the day, like, what are you gonna do about it? Just suck it up, understand that this is the world, play the game. Everybody's playing the game to have fun. Nobody's really playing the game to insult the other person. Bro,
sure?
I find getting teabagged in the game more insulting than people hurling around slurs.
I don't know. I just got the Fortnite emote the other day. I paid 200 V-Bucks for it, which is the equivalent to $2.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't play Fortnite.
Well, I got to do the waterworks, you know.
Yeah.
So that's like the new trash talk, I guess, the emote. So like I kill somebody, and I gotta do, like, after he dies, I see he's spectating me in the bottom left corner. Since he can't hear me, I just gotta do like the crying emote so he knows, like, what's up.
See, no.
Is that like PG trash talk? Is that the modern day trash talk?
I guess that'll be the modern day trash talk. But like I said, nothing will ever replace you jumping in an old lobby, and the first thing you hear is, oh, look at this fucking pussy. Oh, what's up, schizo, you little bitch, you little punk ass bitch. And there's nothing you can do about it because you came into the lobby late. You just gotta sit there and take it, and you gotta prove yourself in combat. You gotta show up, and then you have to take out whoever was talking all that shit. You need to defend yourself.
This is not the Gladiator, bro. Just dropping like.
Here's the thing, man. Let me say this: if you can't defend yourself in a game chat lobby, how are you gonna defend yourself in the real world? You can't defend yourself
because people are not gonna talk about my mother in the real world,
bro. People will talk about your mother in the real world, and if you can't,
where are you hanging out?
If you can't even defend yourself, like, digitally, like, you need to evaluate some things. My friends and I, we are completely disrespectful to each other.
Our relationships aren't healthy.
Bro, I would say, bro, if your friends are not cursing at you and insulting you on a daily basis, and that's like the first thing, that's how you greet each other, you might need to get some better friends, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, me and Lupa, the way we interact, it's just pure insults. If I showed you guys the chat history, it's nothing but insults. And then it's like, alright, yeah, I'll be over later. That's how it goes. Like I said, we're just cut from a different cloth, man.
Yeah.
But I want to know how you guys feel about this whole game chat lobby thing. Do you find party chats to be some kind of safe space for people, as I do? Do you disagree? We want to hear from you guys.
Before we sign off, there's something I've been holding on to, just really holding on to, and I have to get it out. And I don't think you played this. Uncharted, because this is really cool, game chat implementation. Uncharted had a system, I'd never seen this before, that if I killed the opponent and they had a mic, I would get access to their audio for like 5 seconds. So like, I would kill someone and then hear all the expletives they'd be shouting about the kill and how cheating. So like, it was the most rewarding thing ever. Like, you got to like be a fly in their room while they're just like, no! Yeah, like, it felt so rewarding.
Or bringing back to Gears of War, you know, you die and then your teammate kills the person that kills you,
in the lobby?
and then they end back in the lobby. Yeah, what's up, bitch?
Yeah.
And you guys end up talking so much shit for the remainder
until because that was execution back in the day.
Until everybody died, and then you started up a new round.
Oh, see, Team Deathmatch eliminated that.
Like I said, I hold the unpopular opinion here because I feel that game chat was imperative to the online experience.
I think you might have flipped me. Like, yeah, you brought me back to some fun memories.
But we want to hear from you guys. Let us know how you feel down in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this
Don't be a racist online.
Whatever, man. These kids aren't racist. They're kids. Whatever, man. But as usual, follow me on all my socials at YaBoyRoshi, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the same thing. Check out my merch store. The link to that is down below in the description. But that is all we have for you today for this episode of Unpopular Opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, more of this segment coming soon because it's a lot of fun for me to do. And looking forward to hearing from you guys. So I'll catch you guys next time.